All right, so I'll say that again. Whenever you're getting ready, this goes for outfield also. Tyler's going to cover outfield in a minute, but if the pitcher comes set, right, and then they come back and they let the ball go, when the pitcher releases the ball, you take your step and you're in a ready position, okay? On the infield, do you want your glove like this to start? No, okay? We want our glove up to the side, just like this, all right? Our feet are just like we're playing basketball in an athletic stance. Our hands are to the side like this. Reason is, most of the time they're not going to hit the ball directly to you. You're going to have to move sideways or sideways, okay? So if I'm right here, it's a lot easier for me to step this way or step this way to go get the ball. If I'm right here, the first thing I got to do is bring my glove up to go anywhere, okay? So everyone got that. I'm here, ball is flipped. When the pitcher flips the ball, I'm one and in an athletic stance. I always step with my right foot, okay? Right foot forward into an athletic stance. Some people take a hop. Same thing, you gotta be in that athletic ready stance, okay? Any questions on that? Okay, so when the ball is hit to one side, it'll actually cover first when it comes to you, all right? So I'm in my athletic stance here, ready to go. Ball comes to me, I need to go and meet it, okay? If I stay back, the ball's gonna take a bad hop, okay? We don't want it to bounce over our head or bounce to the side. If we go and take a step to it, we are in control of the hop, okay? You want to come and get the ball. It's quicker to get the guy out at first base, okay? Makes sense to everyone? You can be over aggressive though, to where you're here and you run in to go get the ball and then it's coming extra fast, okay? You got to be in control when you are fielding the ball, all right? Any questions on that so far?
Along those lines, the key is to stay in athletic position, right? You want to stay in an athletic position where you can move. You can move left, right, in, out, and keep your eye on the ball. That's the biggest thing, is whenever you're out here, you're trying to compete, right? So stay in an athletic position, stay down, and play the ball.
So coaches, I would basically have that as a part of my practice, the first practice, okay? I will have my pitcher, this is their time to get practice, and I would have them pitch to nobody, not even a hitter, and you're just watching and making sure everyone's getting in a ready stance, okay? That's an easy drill that you can do, but it's important for everybody. And you can also include the outfield in that. Okay, so Tyler's gonna talk about your outfield stance, and then I'll go into how to field a ground ball.
Okay guys, it's basically an echo of what he said. It's a lot of the same things. You wanna, in the outfield, instead of being down, you wanna be more up, okay? I always preferred, a lot of guys start flat-footed and react to the ball. I always preferred whenever the pitch was coming in, you start an athletic stance and kind of walk in. Just to keep your feet moving, you're staying active a little bit. That way if you're coming in, you can react left, right. If you come in and step, you can pivot and go back too. So it's very similar. It all comes down to trying to stay light on your feet. You can move either which way. Whenever you're running, you react to the ball and say you're running. Do you run like this, or do you run with your glove to your side?
Up.
Up? No, you do not want it up.
Side?
Whenever you, yeah, no, you want to have it by your side. Actually, whenever you're running, the reason is it slows you down actually to have it up or down or anywhere, okay? And also whenever you're running, if you have it up, it can get in your way of your vision. You want to keep it right by your side and keep your eyes as calm as possible so you can keep your eye on the ball, okay? So keep your glove by your side and watch the ball the whole way. You run a little faster when it's by your side.
There is one time that you would need your glove up, but you need to be set when you get your glove up. If the sun is really bad, you either put your hand or your glove up to block the sun, but you don't want to be running like this, right? You want to have it down, you either put your hand up to see or your glove once you get set. Does that make sense to everyone? Yeah. Any questions on that? Okay, so next I'm going to talk about fielding the ground ball. All right, there's a lot of different terminology. The one that we always grew up with is the gator hands, all right? Everyone knows what an alligator is. Everyone likes the Florida Gators. They got the Florida chomp, right? That's what we want to do, all right? Couple reasons why. You want to watch the ball in your glove and you scoop it here because I'm going to throw with that arm, right? It doesn't do me any good to field like this and then run and then throw, right? We basically just have a transfer. All your glove's there for is to slow the ball down, okay? It's going to slow it down. You're going to grab it. You take a step towards the base and you're going to throw it to the base, okay? The step is very important. So I'm going to go ahead and you're going to roll me a ball straight at me. So I took my step, I'm here, I watch the ball into my glove, I pick it up to my chest, and I'm gonna step towards whichever base I'm going to, and I'm gonna throw it towards that base, okay? If I'm playing shortstop, do I want to field the ball and step towards third base to throw it all the way to first? No, you're going to lose all your velocity, right? You can only be accurate if you're throwing it directly to the base. So one more time, we'll do a fast motion, right? So I'm right, left, I'm here, I got the ball, I'm up, and I'm throwing it to my base. Does that make sense?
Whenever he throws, the reason he put his feet this way, and you guys said no whenever he said, would you throw it to first base facing third? You said no, right? Same thing whenever we were kneeling down playing catch, you want your shoulders square to wherever you're throwing to. So if I'm throwing to Coach Dunning, I'll field it and turn my body. I'm gonna have my momentum coming, and your body's gonna be going straight towards where you're throwing. So make sure you're not off balance. If I'm throwing to him, I don't wanna be facing this way and have to go across my body. So that's why we did the kneeling drill, to kind of keep your body square.
So I'm going to show you a couple drills that work really well. All right, so Tyler's going to be my partner. We're going to get about 10, 15 feet apart. He's going to get in a ready stance like you're in infield. So I'm going to roll him the ball directly to him. He fields it. He's going to wait. Now I'm going to get in my ready stance. And he's going to field it back. Now this one you can start stationary, where all you're concentrating on is good form, okay? So it doesn't have to be a contest. We can just put our feet right here and we can just go back and forth and just make sure that we're feeling it. And even if we're doing it like this, make sure they're bringing it up to their chest, okay? That's very important, that they're bringing it up to their chest to throw, okay? Because if you leave it out here and you're way down here, you're more likely to throw it sidearm and the ball's gonna go away. Most errors that occur in baseball, softball are throwing errors. Most people can field the ball, but they have trouble throwing to accurately to their destination, whichever base they're choosing to go to, okay? So we'll do two more. So we're here, we're just ready to go. All right, so now we want to advance to the next step. So I'm going to talk about the forearm. All right, so if the ball is this way, I'm in my ready position, I take my 1-2 steps, I get it inside of my body. If I can't get it inside my body, I'm going to reach out like this and field the ball, okay? So for Tyler, I'm going to throw it to his forearm. You try to get in front, good. So now I'm here, I got to reach out and get it. We always want to feel the ball in the middle of our body. If we can't, we need to reach out as far as we can to get it. Does that make sense to everyone? Yeah. So in practice, this is very simple. You don't even need to hit the ground balls, you just need to work on your form. Most of sports in general is all about technique, okay? The more you can master the technique. That's why those great free throw shooters, they get to the line, 1, 2, 3, and they shoot it, because they're in a pattern. They do it over and over, all right? Same thing that we're going to do here, all right? So we'll just keep doing this back and forth, and we got our drill, all right? Next thing we want to work on is the backhand. There's many different ways to teach the backhand, but mine's the only right way, so, all right? All right, here's why I like my way better than the other way, okay? So if I'm doing a backhand, I'm going to turn my back, right? So I'm here like this, okay? The way I feel the backhand, I'm going to have my back foot behind the ball, okay? One reason it's better, my weight is over my body here, and I'm fielding it within my body. The other way to field it is like this. But why is this worse? The ball's to my side, right? It's going to be harder to field it, okay? Second reason, if my back foot is planted right here, I can field the ball, turn, and throw, okay? If my back foot is like this, I have to take an extra step this way to throw it back the other way, okay? Backhand's a little more advanced, higher functioning athlete. I want to give it to you, and that's up to the coaches for you to teach your athletes, but there you have it. So back foot behind, here, throw, all right? So if Tyler and I are standing right here, he doesn't have to move. I can just throw it to his backhand, and he can turn, use his footwork correctly, and get behind it. Good, so he's gonna throw it here. I'm here, watching it in and bringing it up. Does this make sense to everyone? Everyone's covered? Okay. Outfield. We're going to talk a little bit about outfield. You can do the same drills with outfield as you can that we just basically did. So Tyler's going to go ahead and talk about those.
The biggest thing with outfield is getting behind the ball, okay? Very similar to what he said about you want to have the gator arms, right? Whenever it's a ground ball. With a pop-up, you want to make sure you get your glove up like we worked on playing catch. You don't want to have it like this. You want to have your glove up to where the web is wide open, okay? Glove up, when the ball comes in, you want to squeeze it. Always use two hands, all right? More times than not, when an error in the outfield, it hits out of your glove and pops out because somebody tries to just use one hand, okay? So every time, whenever it comes in, use two hands and squeeze it. Similar to the gator, you're closing it with that other hand, your non-glove hand, okay? As with the forearm, same thing with outfield, like I said, get behind the ball. If it's right to you, it's easier. You're behind the ball, you want to get behind it, and keep your feet moving and coming in on it. That way your momentum's coming to the infield. That way if somebody's running, you got another guy running towards home, say, your momentum's coming to the infield and you can throw them out. Just like when we move back playing catch, you want to get a little hop, right? You want your momentum going to where you're throwing. If it's to your left or right, make sure you can try and get around it and get your feet behind the ball again. You always want to stay square in the outfield and behind the ball. If it's this way, you're going to turn this way and then run in. Always keep your feet moving, try and get around the ball and coming towards the infield. Okay? Does anybody have any questions on that?
Is there a drill where you can get them to bring that other hand up? Because I've got a girl and a boy that,
And that's actually what we're going to
do it.
The most basic drill you could possibly do, we're basically going to keep our feet in the same spot that we were, and Tyler's going to throw the ball up in the air, and you try to throw it directly like he's going to throw it in my hand. So go ahead, and basically all you're doing is working on if you're strong enough, there you go. So basically we're just going to work on this. Don't even cut the feet out, cut everything else out. That's all they have to worry about is that.
Got that on video there.
Right,
You can even isolate it to where you have them start with their glove up, and obviously, you throw it up and have them watch it in their glove and squeeze it with the other. Keep your feet flat. Just your partner throws up just like that. You can start up, just working on getting your glove in this position. Because unlike the infield, you don't have backhands, you don't have forearms. You try and get around the ball and stay square. So your glove's gonna be like this 99% of the time in the outfield. You really don't want to go here. Occasionally, you have to go like this if it's low, or that if it's low. But more times than not, pop up. You're gonna have your glove up. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, one more thing about outfield. Fielding a ground ball is different than fielding a ground ball on infield. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. Okay, with the ground ball, it's the same thing as a pop-up. You want to stay square. If it's open, you want to throw me a ground ball?
Which way you want?
Go right. You want to get around the ball and keep your feet moving. Keep your glove in front of your lead. The lead foot is the same foot as your glove. Okay, whenever you get around the ball, throw this way. You want to get around it and look it into your glove in front of that foot, wherever your glove is. So if you're right-handed, it'll be your left leg. Okay? You want to have that lead foot and the glove out in front and look it into your glove.
So the biggest difference is instead of having your feet spread out, you're actually reaching out with this one. Even when it's directly at you, you want to be down and with one foot up and going through. Outfield is quick to get it back in, okay? If you don't know where you're throwing it, throw it to a cutoff. Throw it to one of the infielders, okay? I know it's hard, but a lot of people, they'll just keep it and then they just keep pump faking, all right? That doesn't do any good. Either throw it to second base or throw it to someone on the infield, okay? Usually look for your shortstop or your second baseman.
And the reason we get, like I say, stay square and get behind the ball is if you're behind the ball and it's coming straight towards you, it's less likely to roll past you. If you're right behind it, it might hit off your body, hit off your leg, and you have a better chance of keeping it in front of you because you want to keep the ball in front. Nobody wants to run to the wall and get the ball, right? So you want to keep the ball in front of you. That's why you stay square.
Any questions on any of that?